East Coast versus West Coast, man. The beef is back and alive and healthy, I might add. Man, how we feeling? How we feeling? I know you got some thoughts. I got some thoughts. I guess I should start off, preface my discussion by saying I am definitely like a diehard Joey Badass fan. I was in high school listening to Pro Era, Flatbush Zombies, Underachievers. So hearing him hungry with bars and with man the wordplay, the lyricism, oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, you're having the time of your life right now, buddy. And you know what? I'll give it to you. Joey's been dropping some scathing bars and bops as well. So right now, I definitely think he's in the lead. But as of recording this, Daylyt just dropped 2 more tracks on top of Joey's response from last night. So I mean, I will also add Daylyt's rhyme scheme, Daylyt's bars, Daylyt's lyrics are some of the most absolutely scathing, demonic, just Eminem level of dissing that I've ever heard.
Bro said he'll see his baby's blood on him or some shit, bro. That was, yeah.
I'll come ring your doorbell, cut up your wife, wear her blood, hold your baby, and come see you. That's just another level of demonism, bro. Like that's not human. That's not. I don't know.
Also, you said it was Eminem. That's more like Slim Shady, bro. That's like deep Slim Shady, man. But you know what? To that point, I will say, there's like 2 ways you can respond to something like that, right? You can either stoop to that same level and find some shit about Daylyt. So what Joey actually responded with, he was like, "Why are you talking about a pregnant woman? Don't you have a daughter?" He kept it kind of suave, I was, kind of a thing. He says soft, I say suave because how can you respond to something like that? You either got to like get back on that, stoop down to that same level, or just kind of brush it off because it doesn't bother you, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all hip hop.
So if someone comes up and slaps your baby daughter in the face, slaps your wife in the face, you just gonna brush it off? Not me personally.
But see, that's the thing. Daylyt took it so far that it's out of the realm of reality, So from that perspective, yeah.
No, okay.
Bro, oh my god. He's saying Daylyt needs to be put on a watch list, bro.
Oh god.
But yeah, man, it's so far out of reality where Joey can only really like take it in stride and be like, I'll Chris Rock you is what he said.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of keep it chill a little bit, which I think was the right move from him, seeing as he is the bigger artist, so he has more to lose if he tries to do the Slim Shady-esque shit and then it doesn't go right. He has more to lose.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, what did you think of just like his flows and his lyric, his wordplay?
Joey's wordplay reminded me of old Joey. This is 1999 Joey. This is 2000 Joey. This is, capital Steez type of days, as you would say, and as you've sort of taught me. Yeah, bro, it's beautiful to see Joey going back and like really rapping again. I haven't heard Joey dropping songs like this in a while. I will say he did do that whole like pardon me thing and everything like that, right? Which was nice and good music, honestly. But after hearing Daylyt's music as well, Joey needed to come back with scathing bars, and he did. But I think Daylyt's lyricism trumps Joey's. Now, I still think Joey's ahead of the,
Yes, he's still on top right now.
Yeah, he's still on top,
he's
obviously. And it's a mix of the production, the like double entendres, not just with like lyricism, but with like beats as well. Like he made a West Coast rap song and made it a bop, and then came on and then killed it.
Yeah.
Like so the overall musical value that Joey has is there, and he wins in that sense. But just on lyricism alone, I'm giving it to Daylyt. I'm not even mentioning Ray Vaughn. I don't know. I don't know what this dude talking about. I don't have his songs talking about Joey ain't made no hits ever. All right, buddy. I don't even know who you are. I'm sorry.
All
Like,
right, dude.
nah.
The
Like,
fact that Ray Vaughn,
disrespectful.
I swear to God, Ray Vaughn was saying you have no hits. Coming from who? Like, at least, okay, first of all, that's cap. Joey has had hits, man. Devastated. The song with Chris Brown, Survival Tactics with Steve's back in the day.
Yep.
Man,
Yes, sir.
I mean, he's definitely has hits, man.
100%.
And Ray Vaughn saying that he doesn't have hits is honestly hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, but like you were saying earlier too, man. I think at this point the battle is primarily Joey versus Daylyt. And you know what even else is funny? My favorite bar in this entire beef so far has been Ass Cheeks.
That absolutely killed me. For some reason, I never saw it as that. You know what I mean? I always saw it like
AZ Cheek or something. Yeah.
Chike, whatever. When this man said "as cheek," I died, bro. Not only that, I will also add, I haven't really heard Daylyt respond to him, to like Joey calling him out for having his literal ass out on stage and saying that he would fuck Diddy.
Yeah.
Hold up, like major pause, bro. Major pause.
Yeah, man. For those of you who don't know, if you didn't catch it, Daylyt, I think it's about 10 years ago. I was looking at the video the other day. 10 years ago, Daylyt was on stage in a battle rap. And I think it was in order to kind of drive home his bar even harder. He took his pants down, squatted down, and proceeded to take a shit.
YouTube this. Videos out there. It's ridiculous. Like,
insane.
I understand battle rap takes things to like another level, but at the same time, that was absolutely bonkers in a bad way. Like, bro. And on top of that, in a Vlad interview saying he would fuck Diddy? Again, yeah, like, if y'all haven't seen it, Google it. There's a video of him saying, I would fuck Diddy. And now he's trying to call out Joey for being on Puff's dick. And Joey ain't really been riding with Diddy like that, but there have been some photos out there, and he got, pushed up a little bit by Diddy, pause, not like that. But like, if you have a line out there saying you got fucked by Diddy, you can't talk about anyone else riding Diddy's dick, bro. I'm sorry, like it doesn't make sense. So like that's where I'm also kind of like, Daylyt, you gotta respond to that shit like directly. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I think he did say like a couple bars here and there, but at the same time, like, it's gotta be like way more direct.
Yeah.
Bro, there's been Ass Cheek dropping music. I can't stop. That's his name from now on. I'm sorry. Ass Cheek is
Hit a J3.
J3.
Some Kai Cash, I think.
Kai Cash dropped something.
CJ Fly Pro Era.
Bro, this is a genuine 20v1 against Joey.
So you know what's going on now. I think this is a good test of the music industry actually to see like how does this end here, right? Because we are having diss tracks drop back to back to back in the span of like hours, not even days, even minutes, man.
Yeah.
So how does this end? Obviously with the Kendrick thing, he dropped Not Like Us. He called him a pedophile. You know, it became like the biggest song of the summer. I mean, that was kind of a done deal. This one, this is like, if that's like the tier A, that's like tier S rappers going at it in a diss battle. This is like tier A, B, you know? Mm-hmm. This is not quite the biggest of the big, but like the next up, you know? So 100%. I wonder how this ends.
And on a different level, bro, this like, for real hip hop heads, I feel like is as big as the Drake versus Kendrick. Because like a lot of the lyricism, a lot of the like actual bars that are being said here are like layered as fuck. You know what I mean? For a Daylyt to say like if I knew what Steez knew, I would have jumped off. Like that's another level of like
Yeah.
just
So no, but actually, that the song that Daylyt just dropped today, the one that was like a shout out to Steez, he clarified. He was like, I didn't blank out Steez's name. I blanked out Soul's name, because Steez jumped off a building, but Absol tried to jump off a bridge. Yeah, he was suicidal for a bit, and he talked about it in his music. I think on the Herbert album, he talked about it.
whoa.
And so in this track where he was kind of paying homage to Steez, he was like, "No, I wasn't disrespecting Steez. You know, he would be proud of what hip hop is right now, saying all this and that." And in fact, I think he had a line in there that was almost kind of like, "Yo, man, we in this shit together." To Joey, kind of like a cooperative. It's like a sport, but it's not like I hate you type of a sport. It's more like a, and you know, Joey kind of alluded to that as well in the cipher, in the Red Bull cipher. He was like, you know, we don't got to take it to the streets. We'll keep this shit hip hop, you know, kind of a thing, which I thought was cool.
On that note, this beef is good for hip hop.
Oh, 100%,
Like
100%.
this beef is good, and like you said, I wouldn't even call it a beef. It's more like competition.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like a boxing match.
Yeah. We're going back and forth and seeing who drops what and how good the bars are,
Yeah.
how good the production is, the beats, the lyricism, all that, right? I did not know that about Absol, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
I will also add Absol a little double agent, a little Sussler boy, a little.
Tell me more.
Dapping up Joey on the Red Bull cipher, but then is in Daylyt's video talking about, hey, what's up, my boy? Like, you know, Absol heard Joey's freestyle and then came right back to fucking Daylyt. And was like, hey, buddy, prepare yourself.
Yeah. Man, so honestly, like while we're talking about this, just random bars I'm getting reminded of. One of them was when he said, first of all, he was like, Joey said like, yeah, I hung out with Diddy or something, but guess who I also saw at the party? He said Top was there too. This was in his last track as of recording this. And then on that same track, he said something about Top asked me, yo, man, I got this youngin' Ray Vaughn. Can you kind of give him some juice?
I'm telling you,
kind
bro.
of a thing. And so he said too much West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And then Ray Vaughn responds, and then Joey responds, and I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. I'm telling you, Ray Vaughn is not in this, buddy. I'm sorry. Like you're getting sun.
Ray Vaughn he got sun. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Bro, and then like on Ray Vaughn's last diss track, nah, a bunch of corny ass bars, a bunch of fucking just straight up lies. Like, if you're gonna lie, at least make it believable. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we obviously don't actually think that like Joey got Diddy'd, you know what I mean, or whatever. But the way Daylyt says it, and the way Daylyt, you know what I mean, comes in with it, it makes it like, oh shit, okay, whatever, okay, you know, type shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
Dude, and you know, another difference between the Drake and Kendrick thing, and then now it's just Daylyt and Joey. Drake and Kendrick, they were two rappers at the top of their game, and they were kind of fighting for the same spot. They were both fighting for that number one throne, the crown, right, the belt. And that's what kind of fed into their animosity. And obviously, there's a storied beef between them, a lot of subs. But then it culminated, obviously, in the beef where they're basically saying, like, who's better? Like, because at the end of this, only one of us is going to come out on top. Mm-hmm. Kendrick came out on top. So the difference, though, with this one is Joey, in the beginning, Joey said the West Coast line, which didn't even start as a diss. And then Ray Vaughn took exception. He dropped the actual diss at Joey. And Joey didn't respond in the beginning because Ray Vaughn's not really on Joey's level. If we're talking about hits, if we're talking about notoriety and everything. Mm-hmm. And then Daylyt pops in. And so the point I'm getting at is Joey Badass versus Daylyt. Joey's like, he's at a higher level, a step above than Daylyt. So, and now all these other guys are popping into Hitta, J3, all these GNX guys, AZ Chike, and then...
No, AZ Chike, buddy.
AZ Chike and...
yeah.
So I'm wondering how this ends, because clearly with Drake and Kendrick, they're both going for that number one spot. It ends when whoever gets the number one spot. Here, it's like, this is just good for hip hop, like you said, man. All these artists getting a little bit of shine off of this beef. Like, I respect it. I like it, you know? It's good music.
In my opinion, it ends with the person on top when they stop responding. And I think that's how it is going to end. I think it's gonna like fizzle out more or less. Because at some point Joey's gonna realize this is not doing anything like for me.
Yeah.
And like you said, Joey's already on top, right? So it's like Daylyt is the one really now who's like gaining notoriety off of this, coming up a lot off this. And so like after, you know, a time, one of them is just gonna stop responding, and then it's gonna be like one of those things where it's like a nod, basically. I could also see it ending with sort of how Daylyt was responding and saying like, "Hey, this is not real beef. This is like competition sort of thing," and they come to basically like an understanding more or less of like, look, respectfully, like I'm better than you, and I'm just going and I'm like gonna leave it at that. See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I still think like Joey's gonna be the one to sort of like walk away from it because
Yeah.
again, he is the one on top.
Yeah.
He's the one that like has maybe the machine behind him more.
Yeah.
Where like the production value can be there, the like mixing, mastering, all of that
Yeah.
can be more behind him. You know?
And that's actually one thing, man. Some of the comments in the Daylyt video was like, Daylyt, please tell your producer to mix this better before you drop.
Yeah, no, bro, I had to like rewind that song so many times because I was like, bro, what is he saying here? Like, what is he? You know what I mean? Yeah, like mix it just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Bro. I can even tell that with Joey's most recent drop, where like there were some bars in there that I felt like he could have mixed it a little bit better, but he was probably just trying to get it out.
Get it out. I mean? And maybe before it comes to streaming, he will mix and master a little bit better.
Yeah.
But man, that last track, man, just since we're on that topic, like, yo, he really reminded me of Kendrick because of two things. Because it was a West Coast beat, but then also he switched his flows and his voices.
Mm-hmm.
Joey's got a master of mad different flows, but he has never really done the voice switch. And Kendrick loves doing the voice switch, and he really he channeled his inner Kendrick on that.
Yes, dude. And on that note, bro, it's good for hip hop.
Good for hip hop.
Who would have ever imagined Joey on a West Coast beat?
Yep.
Daylyt on an East Coast beat, like, changing his voice up, you know, this fucking crazy shit.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we are in agreement that Joey right now he's on top. We'll see what happens.
All right, listen. Daylyt has burned this man, bro. I'm telling you, he's scorched earth with.
Joey's too cool, man. He's like Jigga, bro. He's too cool, man.
He's too cool for this, bro.
I mean, he like more hits.
So who won? Jay-Z or not?
I mean, I would say history says Jay-Z, but you're right. Ether was superior
and is possibly still the biggest diss track.
But history is written by the victors, right? Jay-Z came out on top after it all said and done. He came out on top.
Cap.
What do y'all think? You guys tell us.
Yeah. Let's leave it up to the people, but I know I'm right. This guy. But yeah, bro. God damn, man. All right. I think that's a wrap on the Joey topics, because I have something else I want to talk about, bro.